apparently this mother racked up $16,000 worth of in-app purchases on this Sonic game. Well, correction, she didn't. Her child did. And
her former child.
Right? I would be so pissed. I can understand how a child just anyway, before I get on my rant, Apple will not pay her back this money. They will not pay her back $16,000. So just quickly update. So I'm sure some questions are, how did this happen with her noticing? Well, she did notice, and she contacted her bank pretty much, and they said it was fraud, so she had to file a claim and whatnot. But then they figured out the charges were to Apple through the App Store, and she reached out to Apple, and they pretty much said there's nothing they can do because it was after the 60-day window, and it's not their fault that she didn't implement the parent protection things within the settings of her phone. So they're not they're not paying it. What did Apple say? I think it was something simple. Like Apple said tough. Like
what?
right
like
here.
A representative said that?
Like just one simple quote. Apple said tough. I don't know if there's more to that or not. It says tough, then it goes into what she's pretty much said. They told me that because I didn't call within 6 days of the charges that they can't do anything. Scroll up, you said?
Mm-hmm. The possible items range from $199 from the game's lowest level rings to $99.
So that kid did $99 every time.
Into $20,000. And on one single day, George managed to buy $2,500 worth of add-ons. Now, this is Sonic, so you're probably buying rings.
I don't know the game, so I probably...
So my question is, does he still got the rings? Because if he still got the rings, I'd be like, yo, take these hoes back. Like, I don't want the rings no more.
Like, if it's a level progression game, are you the highest level?
Like, how could you not have beat
Did you
the
make
game?
It worth
That's
it?
what I'm saying. Like, for the fact that this game,
make it worth it.
He could spend $20K on the game and not be done with the game is a testament to what the point of the game is. So I could spend. I would never want to play a game that I could put $20K into and not
end game it, be done with it, like do everything. Like, yeah, I completely understand.
I want to meet the creator of the game if I spent $20K on it.
I'm more upset to the fact that Apple just won't pay it back. Like we're in, like I prefaced it when we first started. Like we're COVID, we're in a pandemic, people are struggling, and they're not gonna pay this lady back $16,000. They don't need that money.
Apple said we in a bandemic, and I'm trying to get them bands.
Like this is ridiculous. She cannot pay her rent now, probably mortgage payments, like all these payments. She's now out six. Like this is ridiculous on Apple. I think.
I don't know though. So let me pretend to be Apple here. My question to the woman would be,
I would have traded my son.
If we're going into that assumption where like she can't afford to pay her rent and stuff like that, my question is, how did you not notice $2,500 disappear from your bank account in one day? Like if that little kid spent $2,500, I would have felt that the minute that maybe not the minute, but like the next day when I went, my card got declined or something like that. Like I would have noticed that. So like, how much money does this woman really make for her
she's
to
comfortable.
Not notice $2,500 miss?
She's definitely comfortable.
Yeah, she has to be. She has to be comfortable enough for her to not notice until 16 grand in.
Exactly.
So that's kind of my issue.
I'm trying to figure out where this started because I'm trying to figure out when this all happened and understand the timeline. Because it says right here, like it took them until October. So how long until they finally were able to? Because it seems like you're here. She was dealing with the bank on fraud until July.
It started in July. In July, George found his way to the game in form of so July. August, September, October, 3 months.
Yeah, it took her when does it say she started? She contacted her. When though did she contact her bank? Because it says that it took them until October, Apple to reach a verdict, until October to reach a verdict. So,
but the thing about it is, with the bank, they'll normally disable the card immediately you contact them. So
that's a good point.
My problem is
they shut everything down.
It sounds like from this story, like they talked about it and they were like, well, we're gonna keep it open and just watch it. Like it doesn't sound like immediately they spoke about it. It was dealt with.
I feel like this woman caught it after 3 months, and their policy is 60 days, and because she was out of it, she was just fucked.
Because If it says July, that means it took what is that? 4 months?
But my question is, was all 16,000 past the 60 days?
Oh, it's July. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of January.
Because like if he went crazy from July, right, and then let's say September 15th, maybe she could why wouldn't they at least give her like 10K or whatever it was after July, after the 60 days? Like she didn't, you get what I'm saying? Some of that money is within 60 days. That's not possible. That he did 20K in 1 month?
Yeah, that was my question. Like, how much money was spent over that period of time since July? Because you're right, they can't at least refund her some of that money. That's a lot of money, $16,000.
I think worst case scenario, this kid had to have dropped 20K in 1 month, and she didn't notice for 3 more.
Because my question, or at least not a question, but I guess to answer you, like, how does this go on? Do you not notice it in your bank account? Is depending how much he was spending. Like if he first started playing this game and he was feeling, I don't want to say insecure, but just hesitant about making. He probably don't understand it being a purchase, but a purchase.
He's 6. Yeah.
He started making those more and more frequent. So at first it was probably like $1 up to 100 until he finally was like, this is actually helping me. I'm liking these advantages, so I'm gonna go in more. So she probably didn't feel it until like 2 months afterwards, depending how often he was doing it. And that's a good point. But either way, who actually checks their bank account religiously like that? I do. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm one of the very few, just because
I don't
I'm
check
anal
my
like
bank
that.
account religiously, but I
get that from my dad, honestly.
I don't use my debit card for anything. I use my Cash App card for
or
everything.
credit card. I don't use debit card for anything.
I use my Cash App card, and I disable it after each use. I'll sit at the register. Yeah, I'll sit at the register. You see me. Yeah. I'll sit at the register and just wait, even if it just gets declined because it hasn't enabled it fast enough or whatever.
You do it again, yeah.
Just do it fucking in. I'm not going to do it as soon as I leave disabled. So at least I can sleep and know, like, because that's where I pay. If I have any bills, that's where I pay it out of. So if I do anything, I'm just like, okay, cool, it's locked, blah, 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 blah. And if I need any money there, I just transfer it from my bank account. But I don't even know where my debit card is.
Well, that's not good.
No, because my debit card, whatever, they said their system got hacked, so they had to send us new debit cards and blah, blah, blah. So I got the new debit card. I just never felt the need to activate it.
I don't know. I just heard this story, and I thought that was ridiculous.
But it sounds like to me that, first off, the real question is why she has such a major card connected to his iCloud.
Well, what does it say?
Because it's not on her phone. It's his phone. Because you don't do $2,500 in one day, and it's what you did not need your phone that whole day. Your son just had the phone the whole day, 10 hours, 12 hours. Nah, it's not possible. Her son has his own phone.
That's a good point. Why is your card on his phone?
On his phone. Why didn't you just, if you're this well off, why don't you just put a little card?
Like, I'm not going to lie. I
card.
do, to an extent, understand Apple's argument. Like, this is not our responsibility, our fault. It's just, extreme stupidity. And are they liable to cover her or her child's extreme stupidity? Obviously, no. But I feel like there's a level of...
Oh, on his mother's iPad.
Where? Oh, on it. So it was her iPad.
iPad makes sense. It's not something she would need. He could have the iPad all day.
Why she
that would also explain why. That would also explain why the kid probably didn't have like a child profile, because I know my sister has.
Still apply. That's
my sister has Apple products for her kids, and they all have like their own profiles. She set them up and stuff like that, and her phone will ring when they're doing something that they shouldn't be on her, like their phone. I mean, on their Apple stuff. So this woman just gave her kid her iPad without any kind of security lock on it. And was like, "Yeah, he's 6, and my major credit cards or my major debit cards, they're all locked in here." And
this is why I don't link my credit cards to Apple. Like, I do not like. It's too easy to buy shit. Like, I can't have that. A simple couple clicks, boom, 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 something bought. Nah, I don't like that. I'd rather take the time to input my information.
But they also have the thing with the fingerprint, man.
Exactly.
And so if the kid didn't have her fingerprint, then he couldn't have bought this stuff. She would have just set that up.
She got his fingerprint added to that shit, or there's no code. But it also points out the fact that she's at work, she's working from home, and she's like, "Here, just take this iPad and go."
Well, kids are smart these days. I'm sure all he had to do was ask the mom, "What's your password, quick, mom?" And she probably in passing just trying to deal with it. Oh, it's blah blah blah.
She ain't got no password on that shit.
Nah, man, kids are smart. Parents are dumb, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the mom was working from home, so while the kid's distracted with this game,
to play the game.
What'd you say?
He didn't sneak to play the game.
I know that.
It's the purchases. So she.
But I don't think he was sneaking the purchase. What I'm trying to say is he's playing the game, and he wanted an advantage in the game. So he went up to his mother, if there is a password, and was like, "Mom, what's your password?" And being a non-smart parent and asking, "What do you need my password for?" just said it, and he probably inputted it.
I think
that's my opinion.
If he got the password, he been had it. That wasn't the first day he got the password.
Do you think you remember? Well, he could have clicked save password or something. I don't know if you remember, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I don't think that's even there was no way that iPad would be protected from her son.
I think that kid would have said he would have remembered that password. I remember when I was a kid and I learned passwords and stuff. I'd be like, "What?"
I guess it depends on the password. My dad's password is ridiculous.
While she's working from home, she's basically saying, "Hey, take this iPad, leave me alone."
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I got from that. Go.
So do you think this is a hard lesson for her as a parent? Like you can't just tell your kid take his iPad and go. Like you gotta actually pay attention.
Guess what? If you put him in classes or got him a tutor or did something like that, would have been cheaper than $16K.
Would have been cheaper than $16K.
Yeah.
Little Billy.
You best believe his name is George. This kid's not gonna get a piece of technology for 20 years.
Yeah, I was about to say for a while. Like that kid, no birthday's gone, Christmas gone for at least until he's 16.
Yeah, he's a Boy Scout. He's playing with sticks and fire, man. That's it.
It's funny his name is George because that's definitely something Curious George would do.
Yo, so thanks for watching a clip of FDT. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Tune into full episodes of FDT. Released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Peace.